Where's the crowd? Call the meeting to order. All please rise. Then I ask you to join me in a moment of reflection on the business that's before us this evening. And please join me in a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Clerk, please take the roll.
Alderman Brennan.
Here.
Alderman Begley. Alderman Basso.
Here.
Alderman Lewandowski. Alderman Key.
Here.
Alderman Scully.
Here.
Alderman McGrogan.
Here.
Alderman Clifford.
Here.
Got a quorum. The no special presentations tonight. On the consent calendar, we've got the three things. Approval of City Council meeting, January 6th, 2026. The public, also the approval of minutes from the public hearing on the proposed 2025 budget that was held on December 16th, 2025, along with the approval of the payroll and the voucher list for the period ending January 16th, 2026. Need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Moved by Alderman Clifford. Second by Alderman Brennan. Roll call.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
All right, no sealed bids to be open tonight. Under my report, as many of you know, this specifically this Friday is supposed to be some of the coldest temperatures of the season. So besides watching your own maybe water pipes in your house and things such as that, just for general maintenance, kind of do the neighborly thing and keep an eye on some of the vulnerable neighbors you may have in case they have any problems. Please just be cognizant of that. We also have the warming centers open at the rec center during the week. So anybody who needs, for some reason, God forsaken, you lose your heat or something like that, you've got to make some provisions. The rec center will be open. On a positive note, I'd like to congratulate the University of Indiana on winning the football championship. And on one of our own, Pat Coogan, who is the starting center, grew up here in Palos Heights. His family still lives here in town, and he, besides being the starting center for this year at Indiana, he was also named the MVP offensive player of the game for the Rose Bowl. So Pat, congratulations. I'm planning on reaching out to him and see what his availability will be maybe for the Grand Marshal of our parade or something like that. So we'll see how that comes as we go through the rest of the year. So he may be busy, may have some time. So we'll see what happens. That's all I have. City Clerk?
No formal report, but I also just want to congratulate Pat Coogan and the Coogan family. But Pat, thanks for the awesome season. It was fun for all the people here in Palos to follow you these last couple of years, especially this last year. I know there's a lot of little kids looking up to you, so thanks for being a great role model.
All right. City Treasurer, Jim?
Thank you, Mayor. No report tonight.
City Attorney?
Thank you, but no report.
All right. Any communications anyone have? Citizens wishing to address the council? Anybody? Yeah. Name and address?
Yeah, Michael Vanderweel, 12205 South Nagel Avenue, Palos Heights. I was one of a pretty large group that came out to talk with the planning, I guess the town planning group that's going to look at Old Palos, the 2 blocks downtown. And I think for all of us there, we thought parking is a major problem. In the front of the stores is what we talked about first, but also in the back of the stores. And it made me wonder, it sounds as if part of the reason why parking is a problem is because each owner, that's separate from the store owners, from the people who run the stores, each owner limits the parking to their own customers. And there's actually enough square footage to park everybody who wants to be downtown. It's just that there are too many spots where you're not allowed to park if you're not right behind or right in front of the building. So my question was, is this anything that the city can do something about?
Well, that's exactly why we had the meeting to start with. And the committee or the consultants will be addressing that. We're looking at different options on how to control that.
I'm wondering more specifically if there's anything that you can do legally to take the right away from the owners. Or is there any of the money that's being used to have the rights to 2 properties that could be used instead to purchase some of the land from the owners and put it and have municipal parking?
Well, again, that's what we're gonna be looking at, you know, whether it be purchasing or maybe leasing it, as a master lease, what options are available? Can we take it without anything? No, that's obviously, it's their private property, so we, you know, they've got the property rights. Oh, sure, thanks for your input, appreciate it. Anybody else? All right, Finance Committee, Alderman McGrogan.
All right, Mr. Mayor, I've got a couple things from 7 to 12, and I got two more after that. First of all, number 7 is a motion to approve the collective bargaining agreement between the City of Palos Heights and the Metropolitan Alliance of Police Chapter Number 99, effective January 1st, 2026 this year until 12/31/2029.
Second.
Moved by Alderman McGrogan, second by Alderman Clifford. Discussion?
Mr. Mayor, that's just basically the contract for, you know, the police, and the agreement is quite extensive. It's over 50 pages. You can read it. It's in the online if you want to see it.
Okay, roll call?
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Next up is number 8. That's a motion to approve a second loan payment to the library in the amount of $184,962.59.
Second.
Moved by Alderman McGrogan, second by Alderman Key. Discussion?
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
A little background on this. People are probably thinking, what are they doing? Why are they lending the money to the library? This is a problem with the county. We all paid our taxes. Whatever they're doing with the money, they're slow to react. And Cook County Treasurer, I think her name's Maria Pappas, she is holding up the funds. And so we're bridging some of the bills that come in that the library might need to keep things going until they get that money. We'll get it back from the library.
Right. Okay, roll call?
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Next up is number 9, it's a motion to approve a signed grant application to Sana bin Hussein, apologize if I messed that up, in the amount of $1,250.
Moved by Alderman McGrogan. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Alderman Scully. Discussion?
Is this part of the grant program for signages and
Right.
everything of that nature?
Half the expense, or
Pardon?
less.
I read over these things. I think, I noticed a couple of things I was submitting. I had to call to get clarity over to submitting a withdrawal slip from a bank, a personal one, and I was in a different language. I couldn't understand it. In the future, I think they should be in plain English here so they're distinct, so what we're voting on, what we know what that receipt was for.
Okay. All right. Roll call?
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Number 10 is a motion to approve the business improvement grant to Caris Corporation, which includes all 3 parcels in the total amount of $10,000.
Moved by Alderman McGrogan. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Alderman Brennan. Discussion?
Little history on that, he spent way more than that, and this is part of one of those, you put in a bunch and we'll give you a little bit back.
Right.
I have a question on this. This pertains to backing them parking lots, so they've been saying for years that how the store owners or the private owners should be taking care of those lots, and they don't do it. And this in particular, we had to drag him into court
Right.
to force him to pay his lots of $30,000 it cost him to pay that. Then he found out, whoops, I can get some money for this, so that's where this $10,000 is.
Well, I think it was actually 70,000.
Pardon?
72.
72,000 he paid.
And we're only giving them 10.
Right, but what I'm saying is, we always have to fight them or drag them into court to fix their own property, and that brings me to a question if it can be done, and it sort of relates with what the gentleman was saying there. If the city's gonna be giving city money and taxpayer money to them to help them do that on their private property, is there a way or an agreement that we can get with them to make that into a common parking, or get some terms going and conditions of those loans, saying, okay, we're gonna help you out here, but you gotta do something here on the parking here. You can't just have an exclusive here and be part of the problem and open it up based on that. Does that make sense?
If they want to do it, yeah, that's a viable alternative, I think. We'll check into it. Yeah.
All right, okay.
Okay, roll call.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
All right, number 11 is a motion to approve the engagement letter with Miller Canfield, which is a law firm, related to the Jewel redevelopment agreement.
Moved by Alderman McGrogan, is there a second? Second by Alderman Brennan, discussion?
Little history. We have an agreement with the Jewel when they rearranged the corner over there and built the store. And they, certain things in there that need more clarification. The Jewel's been a little slow to react on making some payments. And we need to hire this law firm to help us push the Jewel along.
Well, and one of the things primarily also is they did a tax appeal on the property, which is actually underlying the TIF district, was how we get paid. And so if they lower the taxes,
Yeah.
the payment gets slowed down. So we're trying to fight the fact that they can't do that. So we had to do this a couple of years ago also, so.
It's hard to believe that after they got a great deal,
Yeah.
they kind of, it's not enough.
As long as we're gonna renegotiate this or redevelopment agreement there, could it be noted to bring to Joel's attention about restriping the areas, especially on the west side of the Jewel that exit out in Harlem Avenue? They're faint at best. A lot of people don't, you can't
Yeah.
see where that arrow, where they're turning.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, and that those are two separate things, but we can direct that to.
Well,
the-
I understand that, but if we're
No, I understand.
redevelop it, to bring it to their attention,
Sure.
to restripe
Yeah.
that area and put a little more clarity on the sign that exits out on Harlem, the two-way where you come in, going to the north and out to the north and in from the south.
Right.
Because a lot of times, even when I'm up there, I see cars wanting to go out the end.
Okay.
And they need to ask them, can they come up with some better signage here before we have an accident?
Okay, sounds good. Roll call?
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Brennan. Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes. Number 12, is this a motion to approve approve Landmark Property Maintenance Company to manage the property at 12313 South 71st Court?
Moved by Alderman McGrogan, is there a second? Second by Alderman Brennan, discussion?
Little history. This is the lot that the city purchased the house, and we're going to enter into a lease on the house, and these, they'll take care of who the tenant is, credit check, and collect the money and remit to the city and get a fee.
Questions? Roll call?
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, I have two more little things. Number one, I promised to retire my Bears outfit going forward, but I do want to thank the Bears for keep winning, because, and I'm hoping not stealing any of Alderman Key's comments when he gets to business and economic development, but by the Bears winning, it was an economic boom for all the cities. I mean, obviously Chicago, but all the suburbs. People were buying lots of food, beer, liquor, things like that, which we get sales tax on. So even though the Bears lost, they kept it going for a while, so the city actually made a few dollars. And
There's a pony in there somewhere, right?
yeah, so at least we got something out of it. And then last but not least, as Shannon said, I'd like to also extend my congratulations to Indiana, and also the mayor said it, and the Coogan family, who owns the Franklin House. Watched the game. He's a terrific player. He'll probably be playing in the NFL, and it's great that he came from Palos Heights. That's the end of my report.
Great. Public safety, Alderman Basso?
Oh, yes, Mayor, I have no items on the agenda, but again, I have an item of public safety to speak of. At our last meeting, I mentioned a lady that was scammed out of almost $800,000 from Palos Hills. And yesterday, that news finally made the Tribune. And I just want to make some suggestions and from some information I picked up from our chief and from the readings I've been doing about these telephone scams. Elderly people, as myself, I include myself, could use all the help and supervision we can get when we're aging and we're possibly weakening in many faculties from perhaps our children or younger people for sure to give us helpful hints on how to protect ourselves and how to protect our assets and things that we may not know or may not consider. According to what I've read, the Bitcoin situation and scams are extremely difficult and actually impossible to track down and correct. The people lose their money with the Bitcoin situation, and it's gone because the money moves so fast through those situations that it can't be tracked and it can't be recovered. This is a very sad situation for this particular lady who lost $788,000. However, all of us are vulnerable regardless of what our assets are, be they 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, a million, whatever your assets are. And all it takes is a second of your guard being down, and pretty soon you're in trouble. So from what I understand, once that money is gone, especially in the Bitcoin situation, it's gone. There's nothing, I don't even know where Bitcoins are stored or how they're stored or how they're distributed. But people lose their money also through regular banking transactions. And I think a simple solution in my mind would be to take your parents aside and perhaps instead of having their assets established in their names, have assets established in two names so that perhaps withdrawals are limited to a certain amount per day or per transactions, or all withdrawals would need two signatures rather than one. Give some breathing time between these transactions and perhaps would prevent many of them. Right now, according to this article, between the years of 2022 and 2024, senior citizens that reported losses of $10,000 has multiplied fourfold. And seniors that have reported scams of $100,000 or over have increased sevenfold. So there's obviously a big problem out there. And according to this article, this particular area of the state or the country is being hit pretty hard. Gentleman from New Lenox was scammed out of $235,000. And the next day that this lady was scammed out of her $800,000. Another Palos Hills resident was victim to $15,000 scams. So most of these scams are taken into account via emails and texts, not only phone calls. So it's very difficult to track this down. It's very difficult to convince us to be alert at every single turn of our life, but we have to do that, and we have to be prepared, and we have to be diligent, we have to be alert. So I know I had my sons help me with my accounts and the situations because we're all vulnerable. It can happen to anyone, no matter how alert you think you are, how smart you are, how clever you are, how educated you are. That's why scams are so successful. And again, I can't tell you enough times to be prepared, because I might be scammed myself. And I just hope that I can follow my own advice and take some of these hints that the police department is giving each and every time one of these things hits the newspaper or hits your phone. At the end of this report, it suggests that the Federal Trade Commission advises people to never move money if someone responds to an unexpected text or phone call, and just to hang up on those situations. So again, I know that's a long message, but I think it's a message that has to be repeated over and over and over again, especially if you have elderly friends or relatives. Help them protect themselves. That's the end of my report. Thank you.
Sir. Municipal grounds and property, Alderman Begley says she has no report. Planning and zoning, Alderman Scully.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. I have two items for today. First, number 13 is a motion to adopt the ordinance allowing a zoning variance to allow an 8-foot setback variance from the 20-foot secondary front yard setback requirement. The 8-foot variance would create a 12-foot secondary front yard setback instead of the 20 at the address commonly known as 12550 74th Avenue and contained within the following PIN: 23-25-421 -010-0000.
Moved by Alderman Scully, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Clifford, discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Number 14, I have a motion to adopt an ordinance allowing a special use permit for a B1 special use in the B's district for an insurance agency for auto, home, and life insurance at 13420 South Ridgeland Avenue, Palos Heights, and contained within the following PIN. 24-31-404-049-0000.
Moved by Alderman Scully, second by Alderman Key, discussion?
Just a point of information, this is already an established office. This is just another tenant within that. So,
I
but
think there
this-
was an insurance agency before also.
Correct,
Yeah.
but this B1 special use would only be applicable to this applicant.
Okay, questions?
He's right here, Mayor.
Yeah, oh, okay. Any questions, gentlemen?
No.
Roll call?
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes. Thank you very
You're all
much.
set.
I really appreciate it.
Great
Good luck.
Can I say
presentation.
one more thing?
Sure.
You're saying about scams and whatever. Also be careful with AI too. There's a lot of, AIs are like disguising people's voice, like their kid's voice, their brother's voice, whatever. So just be careful with that as well.
Good point, thank you, sir. All right,
Thank you very much. folks.
good luck with your venture, okay,
Thank you.
Great presentation.
all right.
Thank you so much.
Recreation?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, no report.
All right, Alderman Clifford?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, motion to approve payment to Builders Paving LLC for the Harold Avenue Cypress Lane project in the amount of $229,074.81.
Moved by Alderman Clifford, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Brennan, discussion? Roll call?
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
And added on that report, we had 3 snow events of 12/29, 25, 12/30, and 12/31, which are standard amounts of salt and everything were used. Road project budget is starting. The roads list is out for approval. We're waiting now to bring it back to roads to finalize it. And somebody asked me what to use our budget on that, and with the survey we're doing, we're approximately putting about $800,000 a year into the road program to maintain them at a level of the 85-86% rating we got on them, and that keeps everything going there. And just so you know, I told the gentleman, there's a whole list of expenses to keep your roads going here, and a lot of just in general, like wages, director's salary, analyst season wages, overtime, plowing, engineering, street maintenance, drainage maintenance, restoration, legal notices, memberships and dues, utilities, uniform allowances, equipment rental, office supplies, safety, purchase of equipment, motor fuel tax allotments, interest income, salt deliveries, capital outlay for roads, and rebuild Illinois bond expenses. Also vehicle license fee, vehicle license replacement fees, other contributions, engineering fees, collection costs, and everything. Everything, that all totals out to, with our MFT, to about what we put into the roads, about $800,000 a year to keep them at that. And the other, noting this spring, I believe it'll be this spring, we've got the lights for the bicycle entry path at Oak Park and Route 83. They're flashing lights they're similar up at the rec center, and they're gonna be installed this spring, correct? This spring, beginning of spring, weather permitting. So we have an eastbound flashing light, warning light, making that a little bit more safety. And the turning lane will be extended there on Oak Park when IDOT gets to it. And the in and out will be addressed on the high school there too, on Route 83. Should make that whole area a little bit safer. That's the end of my report.
All right. Also, water and sewer, I'm sorry, Lewandowski's not here, you're gonna handle that for him, Jack?
Yeah, motion to approve purchase and of permit licensing and code compliance software from Civic Plus in amount not to exceed $58,650.
Moved by Alderman Clifford, is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Alderman Scully, discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Okay, that's it. Alderman Brennan, nothing there on you, huh?
Thanks, Mr.
For
Mayor. no
different
report.
change in the end, yeah, okay.
Take the night off.
All right, special committees, Business and Economic Development, Alderman Key?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, no report.
Cable TV, Alderman Scully?
Nothing formal, Mr. Mayor, but I do want to draw attention to a timely report that the Palos Heights TV4 is running about what, during their What You Know segments about winterizing your home. There's a two-part series featuring Dan Harris of our own Ace Hardware, offering us some helpful advice how to keep your home safe during these winter months.
Especially this weekend.
That's all for my report.
All right, thanks, sir. Old business?
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
Probably could have brought this up under correspondence, but at the last meeting, one of our residents raised some points about the train station, and he also followed up with an email to some of the people here, and I just wanted to mention that, we'll look into it.
Okay. Any other old business? Citizens wishing to ask questions around business tonight? No? Any new business?
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
See, I've been wound up, I gotta watch this. Under new business, I was just wondering, one of the things we're talking about, with the holidays and then with the sports teams going into the different restaurants and establishments and stuff, like, one of the things that kept coming up, like if some of the, the people there that own these places, they recognize you. And, and I know we've talked about it, it's kind of a quick meeting, we don't have to really spend a lot of time, but we might want to think about in certain sections of town or some areas that maybe would be out of the fray, these like poker machines that they put in, because a lot of the businesses keep saying that how they're getting killed by, and they're across the street at 127th and Ridgeland. There's two of them there now in that shopping center where that little bank used to be and my barber used to be there, and they're turning them into these little poker machine places. And, it's with nowadays, like especially with the younger generation, I mean, there could be people in the audience right now, there could be people sitting right here making a bet in Palos, and we're getting nothing from it. And we're already, getting a hefty sum every month from the Wind Creek casinos is part of the arrangement that they made with a bunch of suburbs, and we're part of that. And I just think it's like, looking at a $20 bill on the sidewalk and you just walk by it. I mean, I think there's ways that we could do it, control it. We've talked about it for 5 or 10 years, and but all around us, all the towns are caving and doing it, and I just think that it's something that over time maybe we even ask that consulting company to think, what do they think? Put that into the laundry list of things that they're going to address and see if it makes sense, because it's one way to attract new businesses and retain the businesses that we already have. And I don't really think that, that they need a lot of advertising. I think those things sell themselves. So I just want to mention it.
All right. Well, anything else? Entertain a motion to adjourn.
One thing. New business we mentioned about the football and the Bears and it's University of Indiana and local talent. I'd like to mention, because coming up in February is the Winter Olympics, going to be held in Italy. And one of our own, Kendall Coyne, was the founder of the Women's National Hockey League and plays for the Minnesota Frost, will be participating and made that Olympic team. This is her 4th Olympiad, which is quite an accomplishment. And so with that, I'd like, on behalf of the city and our aldermen and probably our residents, wish her and the United States team a gold medal run, to say, bring it home again. And from all of us to you, good luck, Kendall.
Right now, any other? Good one, Jay. Entertain a motion to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.